Right, so this is the second part. So you've seen the wig install. So now I'm doing the makeup look. And you know, whenever I do a makeup look, I'm normally inspired by somebody. And I'm inspired 99.99999% of the time by Tamara Renaye. She is incredible. And she doesn't just tell you that she's using this, she's using that. She tells you how it feels, she tells you how it's good for your skin. She explains the shades, even down to the brushes she makes. She uses. So I have got a whole load of new products. So I have got a whole load of new stuff from NARS. So as I go along, I will explain it. I have the new iconic illuminator. Really looking forward to. Not tried it yet. So a lot of these things I haven't tried. But yeah, she had a great lip combo, so I've got a new lip combo. So I have gone ahead and I have done my brows, because brows, I struggle with brows, so I've done my brows. And I have just about to grab my L'Oreal concealer in the Infallible, and this is 338. And I'm just going to put a little bit of this on. Do you know L'Oreal have the loveliest doe foot? Look at the size of that doe foot. And I'm going to put a little bit of that on my eyelids just as a primer. So yeah, I pressed the wrong button. I meant to pause it for a second and I switched it off, so I'm back. Yeah, so I'm just putting a little of this on my eyelids just as a primer, ready for my eyeshadow look. Now, I know some people do their eyeshadow before everything else, and most of the time I do, and I probably will. I'm hoping the lighting is good. You know, I always struggle with lighting here. I've got 3 ring lights on, but because the main light isn't central in my office, it shows a bit of a cast over there, so it makes everything look really pasty. But like I say, I am always working on making the videos better. So before I do anything, I will get my e.l.f. Power Grip Primer. I was going to use my, actually forget that. See, this is on the fly. I'm going to use my Milk Power Grip because it's only a little bit left on in there. Now, I do put on my grip before I do anything else, so it really gets, so it really soaks in and gets really tacky while I'm doing everything else. It has time to sit. Now, Tamara always says, don't just rub it in, press it in, so it really gets into your skin. Okay, so I'm actually not going to do my eyes first, but I am going to go in with my new foundation. And also, Sophie Does Life recommended this brush. It's not cheap. I think it cost me 40 something pounds, but it's the It Cosmetics, and it's the Heavenly Luxe No. 7 foundation concealer. Haven't used it yet. I've been dying to use it, and I've saved it for this video. I am going to go in with, and you know I have to put my glasses on, I am going to go in with my Iconic London Illuminator, and this, oh, such a beautiful little bottle. I mean, it's tiny, and yeah, I've got it in the colour Glow, and it says, don't get in your eyes. That's fine. It doesn't say much else, but I do know it's my shade. I went on and I tested, so I am just going to open this. Oh, it's a little droplet, a little dropper, and I'm going to put a little bit on because I'm not sure on the coverage as of yet, but it's meant to give you this amazing glow. Let's have a look. I think I might have to go in with my clean beauty blender actually, and I might mix this. Oh my god, it does give you a really nice glow. Now, I've seen people say don't use it as a foundation, just use it as a glow, but I'm a rebel. I wanted to try everything and try it all like that. But yeah, I must admit you have to put on, I think, quite a lot for it to give you some kind of coverage. But I think mixing it with something else will give you a really healthy glow. And I suffer with my skin looking quite dull. Especially menopause skin, it does look quite dull. So I think it's giving me a nice glow. And I'm going to mix it with something else, I think. So I'm actually going to go in with my Fenty Skin. Now, you know that I love this skin tint from Fenty. It is literally, it is the best. And I think it's going to mix beautifully with that illuminator. Oh, look at the glow. But yeah, people know me, no, I never go in with a huge amount of product to start with, because I'd rather build than have too much and look ridiculous. So I will build on this colour. I won't, if you notice, go too near under my eyes, because I will conceal and highlight. Let's go around my hair. Oh yeah, I mean, look at that. And I know I swiped, and I tell people don't swipe, but look at that glow. I mean, I look healthy, which is a bonus at 3 o'clock in the morning doing my makeup. Yeah, I did. I said it's 3 a.m. It was makeup or cod. And yeah, I chose makeup. I mean, how natural does that look? This brush as well is super, super soft. And really easy to, yeah, I am loving mixing those two together. I'll then go in with my damp beauty blender just to pick up any, I think that's a bit of glue on my face, pick up any excess. I don't want to, I mean, I'm not going anywhere at this time of night, well, morning, but if I was, like tomorrow, I don't want a heavy look. I just want it going between my brows. I don't want a unibrow. Yeah, I think that has given me a really nice glow. It's really glowy and hydrating. It feels really hydrated, especially mixing it with my Fenty. Yeah. God, there's a little bit on there. Can't waste it. Cannot waste the girl. It has taken me a little while to get the right shade for Fenty. Not that it's not available, because it is, of course. It's just finding my shade. And I got a really good tip drop my beauty blender, to match, and it's from Tamara, matching my foundation my face is darker than my neck, and that was the issue. Now I match my foundation to my neck, not my face, and now I don't have an issue getting the right colour, the right shade. But yeah, so it's a really, really good tip, that is. So if your face, and it's only for the girlies who've got darker faces, if your face is darker than your neck, match your shade to your chest neck area, not to your face. Okay. So now that's on, I'm going to go in with my NARS, and this is the NARS Soft Matte Advanced Perfecting Powder, and that is in the shade, if I haven't got it upside down, Seafront, and I will show you that. There you go. Now this, I will use just a small, this is one of my Real Technique brushes, and it's actually the blending shadow brush, but I will use it just to set my eyelids, because I did put concealer on ready, so that is just to set my eyelids at the moment, ready to take the powder. Just pushing that in, just set the concealer that's on my eyelids. Now with eyeshadow, I'm always using Huda Beauty or MAC and MUA or ELF, but I was cleaning up my office and I've forgotten I bought this years ago, and it's a Gemma Tutorials collection in the Giddy Up Cowgirl, and I thought, do you know what, I have not actually seen it and remembered I even had it, and they are amazing colours. So I am going to go in with my Stone again with the same Real Techniques blending shadow brush. This is the little travel set, so they are little, and since it's fall or autumn, I'm going to go in with Lasso, which is that brown just there, and I'm going to use that to go just in my crease and below, just so I've got a brown base. I do like to have a brown base. Now this brush is really soft, so it's great for this bit, but yeah, I have to change to a stiffer brush, and I will use another Real Techniques brush, which is their bamboo set. They don't have any writing on at all, apart from like the Real Technique bit on it, and it's their eco range. I just needed something a little bit stiffer. Oh, there you go, a little bit stiffer, just to go above, above the crease, just to brown. And there's a darker brown called Saloon, just there. So I will also go into that. I've forgotten how lovely. I think I used it once. I know I used it once. I wouldn't have bought it and not used it. But I forgot how pigmented this palette is. The colours are wonderful. Now I might have to adjust my lighting slightly because I don't know how much of this you're seeing. So what I'm going to do, so I've put that brown. Now I need to think, what colour would I like to say? Because it's autumny, I might go in with Buckaroo, which is the orange. I just fancy a bit of autumn. Bit of autumnness. Let's have a look. Oh yeah. That's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go in with, actually, and I'm going to pack that. I was going to use it as a transition, but I'm going to pack that on my eyelid. I don't know if you can see. See? Yeah, like I said, the lighting, I am struggling, but we'll get there. And I know you can see that now. So I'm going to pack that on, and I do one eye at a time because, you know, some people go back, and I will do this one, and then I will go in and do the other one and try, the word being try, to get them to look the same. So I'm going to go back in with that lasso brown that I had, and I'm going to use that just to diffuse the two colours together, so there's no harshness at all. And I'm going to go in with Saloon, which is the dark brown that we had, and that's going to go on the outer corner. And I might even put a little bit of black just there, just on the outer corner. And then there is a shade called Wild West, which is a lighter orange. I'll show you. It's just the lighter orange next to the Buckaroo. And I'm just gonna, use that just above my crease. Go back in with the dark brown just on the outer. Then I will get my soft blending brush and I will blend that together and see. So now I've blended it together, I'm going to go back in, and this is what I do. I will keep going in until I'm happy, and I need to put some more of that orange on my lid. It's too nice not to have enough of it. Go in my blending one and diffuse it so it doesn't look like I've only got that on. And I'm liking that. It's really subtle. But she also has Road to Gold, which is a shimmer, and it's the top shimmer, that one there. And I am going to use just a small amount of shimmer just towards the inner portion of my eye. Just a little. And if I remember rightly, the shimmers, you actually have to give it one of those ones you don't actually want to tap it off because it will disappear. See what I mean? So yeah, you can see how much I've actually got on my brush and how much is actually going on my eye. So, and diffuse that. Yeah. So I'll go and do the other eye and I'll be back. So now I'm going to go in with two concealers. This is the MAC concealer. I will put down the name of that one in the description because it's rubbed off, but I know I've got the box. And I'm also going in with the 16-hour camo concealer from ELF in the shade Tan Sand. So the lighter, there you go, that's the Tan Sand, that's the MAC. So the lighter of them, with this lovely doe foot, I'm just going to go down that, not too wild, and the same the other side. And I'll go a little bit on my chin and there. Right, and then with the MAC, okay, and with the MAC, whoops, I dropped the lid. With the MAC one, it's actually a pump. So you have to pump a little bit onto your brush. And I'm going to put a bit either side of there. I'm going to go on my moustache area. Okay, and then a bit more. And then that's going to go down my nose and just on my forehead area. And then I'm going to, that's going to go just at the sides, not too crazy. I think I just dropped some on my shoe, but yeah, at the sides. Look mad? Yes, I know. Okay, and using the same brush, you know, there's no point in not. I'm going to go in with my bronzer. Now, that's the powder. So it's my NARS, and it's the bronzer in the shade, if I can get things right way up, it's the Laguna 05. And this was recommended by, that packaging, by Tamara as well. And I go in with my same concealer brush, my same foundation brush, not use a concealer end yet, and go into my cream, and that goes just there. It's subtle, you know, I don't want this dark cast. A little bit on my forehead and a little bit on my neckline. And I really do love the, oops, I must have caught the other one. I really do love the warmth that it gives to my face when I stop throwing the brush around. It really does give me some warmth. And you know, you've just taken all the colour off your face with your foundation and made it flat. Like I said, I don't put a huge amount on my forehead, especially because it's going to go into my hair. And just, okay, bring some warmth back in to my face. And I find if I put my bronzer just at that angle there, it lifts my face up. If I do it right on the bone, it makes my face look shorter and rounder. I don't know why, but it does. And you can see I've brought a bit of warmth back into my face. Okay, so I've let the concealer dry down, but I need to, a little bit of setting spray, let that drown down a little bit, and I'm going to use the other end of my IT brush, the concealer end, and just go in and blend out my concealer. You notice I am going around, I am not spreading it all over my face. Okay, and then, these two dry down, and I mean they really dry down, but patience in blending out your concealer. So all it takes is a bit of patience. And of course, spraying it with the setting spray really helps. Okay. And then I will blend out my forehead next. I can always fix my hair afterwards, so I don't mind too much. But I will. And then I will blend out my nose next. Making sure I'm not spreading it away from where I want it. You know, there's no point spending all that time putting it exactly where you want it. And now I will start blending out my under eye. Now I crease like nobody's business. So this, I have to make sure before I set it, I go back in with this brush and I will make sure that I get out any creases. I shall carry on, get the other eye back and come back. Well, also, because it's double-ended, it's really handy to keep your foundation brush nearby to get rid of any harsh lines around where you've just concealed. So while I've just blended that out, and I've also gone in with my foundation brush, no extra product, it's also the one I used on the contour, on the bronzer, and just made sure there's no harsh lines, and I will go back in. But while that is happening, I've got all my powders ready. So I have my Easy Bake by Huda Beauty, and that is in the shade Coffee Cake. I've also got my Fenty, and this is the Invisimatte. So I've got my Fenty Invisimatte ready, and I've also got my NARS, and it's bronzing powder, and that is in the shade Laguna 06, I think it's 06, and I've got them all ready because you're going to need them ready. But before I do that, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Camo liquid blush in the shade Bronze Bombshell, and it's on a little doe foot, and I'm just going to go just like that. And if I have to go back in, I will go back in, and I will use a different brush, and I will use one of my, yeah, I'm going to use this one. This is just a generic brush I actually got when I went to the Avon store. Oh, look at that colour. Look at that colour. Oh, I love that. Yeah. I love that. Just bring it up. Oh yeah, I love that. Now before I start my under eyes, I've also got my Fenty Lip Skin, my Fenty Skin Lip Balm, and this is when I put this on, let it do its magic while I'm finishing off. Right, so I have my puff, and I have my concealer brush, and I have my powders. So before I do anything, I will just go in, do my under eye, and I will go in with the first with the Fenty Invisimatte, just to make sure that I don't crease. I mean, I have natural wrinkles. There's a difference between my natural wrinkles and me creasing. At the age of 53, I have wrinkles, and they tell the story of my life. My mum used to say, wrinkles. So I don't mind my wrinkles, but I don't want makeup creases. So in with my Fenty. Oh, I'll poke myself in the eye. Right, so once I've been in with my Fenty and I've just poking myself in my eye, I will go in with my Huda Beauty, like I said, Coffee Cake. And I will go in under my eye with that. It also brightens up this area, as you can see, lifts my face. Now I grab my NARS bronzer powder, and because we used the cream bronzer, so now going with my puff, and this I will rub on the back of my hand just so I don't have big lumps, and this will go everywhere I put the bronzer, like so everywhere I put the bronzer I will put the bronzer powder. Okay, so once I've done that, I go in with my NARS, and this is my finishing powder, Soft Matte Advanced Perfect Powder. So I go in my powder. Now this, I use my Real Techniques foundation brush. I go into the powder, and that will go everywhere else. Now normally I would contour down my nose and all that lot, but I don't fancy that at the moment, so I haven't bothered with that. So that just goes over. Okay. That's my bronzing powder, finishing powder. I'm going to go in with my eyes now. I'm going to Tide Line, and this is a brown. This is the Wet and Wild. Now I do have to put my glasses on for this because the writing is tiny. This is Wet and Wild Breakproof Waterproof Retractable Gel Eyeliner, and all I can tell you, it is in a brown, because once you take the wrapper off, it tends to take the colour label off. I did avert a little bit of a disaster there. I had eyeliner on my fingers, and I managed to smudge it, but disaster averted. Okay. I do like to try and tie it all in with a eyeliner. So we've got that. I'm going to wipe my hands, and now the next thing is to go in to brighten up the blush again, and I brighten that up with my MAC Glow Play, and it's a cushiony one, and it's in the shade Big Diva Energy, which is so not me. But yeah, Big Diva Energy. I will go in with a clean brush and just take the cover off. And there you go. We're going in with that. Not too much. It's just goes on the apples of my cheeks, just to bring them out again. It's just layering and just, you know, experimenting. I'm not a makeup artist, you know, I just like what I do for me, you know. So the eyes, we need to go in and we need to do the eyes and the mascara. So we will go on the eyes, because I'm not going anywhere. This is just for the video. I will not be adding lashes. but normally I would put mascara, then it would be lashes. But like I said, it's, I can tell you what time it is now. It's 3:50, and yeah, I can hear everyone snoring, which is grand. So yeah, just a little line outside of there. That's it. And then in the corners, I have the MUA shimmer. This is in, what colour does that say? Oh, it just says shimmer highlight, that one does. Okay, and I will get a very small brush, and that will just go in the corners of my eyes, just like that, and that down my just that part of my nose, and just above my cupid's bow. Okay, just highlight my eyes. So we've done set, everywhere's had powder. So next is setting spray. Now I always give the same tip. That's why I keep my little empty Nescafe bottle. Spray. Make sure you don't get any. Make sure you don't get any like globules that come out. Let's spray. Dry. Right, next, now that's all dry, I get my lip liner, and this is the, you know what's coming? This is the NYX Professional Makeup Lip Liner Crayon in Club Hopper. I need to really put my contacts in. I'm not one for over lining. And I also will go in with my Wet n Wild. This is in Chestnut. I do love Wet n Wild lip liners. And of course, I will go in with my NYX Butter Gloss. And there you go. We are done. So that is just, I can't say it's a quick makeup look because I'm not fast, but I like what I like. And I think this look is really nice. And the majority of the products were NARS and Fenty, and then a couple of ELF products, but I will put everything in the description. Thank you so much for joining me at nearly 4 o'clock in the morning. If you've made it to the end, please give me a little pink heart. But yeah, I really enjoy, I really appreciate that you are looking at my videos. So please like, please subscribe, please share. I want to grow this channel. I want to have lots of fun with everybody. But yeah, thank you. So yeah, pink heart or blue, because blue is my favourite colour. But I'm wearing pink. So a little pink heart if you've made it to the end. And thank you so much for joining me. Take care.